I really feel like a lot of promoters today could learn a lot from Prime Al Davis.
Al Davis reminds me a lot of Vince McMahon. A lot. You know, in the sense of when he was in his prime, he revolutionized everything. And Vince McMahon now is in the line Al Davis, which is really sad to watch. Having watched Al Davis, you know, at the end, and him not being Al Davis anymore, and just being out of touch. And that's, you know, I mean, people don't want to say it, but that really is Vince. He's you know, I mean, he needs to step down. He's an impediment now. And I hate to say it because you know, obviously I grew up with Vince McMahon. I covered Vince McMahon for, you know, almost 40 years. And Vince McMahon made wrestling really, really big. You can't take that away from him. I mean, you know, you can certainly question ethics, you know, greatly. But, you know, his mind and everything like that took wrestling to a great level. He made wrestling bigger than I ever dreamed it could be. But now, you know, he's a negative, unfortunately.
So on that note, just, I mean, being realistic with the stock market and everything else, and stockholders seeming to only really have confidence that a guy like Vince McMahon can run this company. Realistically speaking, do you see Paul Levesque ever actually running the company, or do you see them being sold to Amazon or Disney in a couple of years?
Yeah, I could see him being sold for sure, the way everything's going, but I don't see like Paul Levesque being CEO or COO. I could see him running creative. I mean, the thing with Paul, you know, and Paul's a really smart guy, and I think it would be better. I'm pretty sure it would be better if he was in charge right now. But he's still unproven, you know. But I mean, the thing that worries me about Paul a lot is on Wednesday, it's like he's got his show that he's in charge of has a real inability to draw people under the age of 50 very well, and that's not a good sign for going forward. And I wouldn't have expected it going in. You know, I thought when NXT got on TV that it was going to be, you know, real big fight for the younger audience, and it really hasn't been. You know, I mean, NXT's the oldest skewing, you know, wrestling show on television. The second oldest, actually, Impact's the oldest, but you know, NXT's the second oldest, and so that makes me kind of concerned about Paul Levesque going. It's like this is kind of like you know, you were kind of given this thing to learn and to do it and see what you could do, and you're handed something where you don't really have to make money on it. You know, you can just do what you want to do and put on the show that you want to put on and grab pretty much all the independent talent you want. Before AEW, you could get anyone you wanted. Now with AEW, it's a little harder. But he got great talent, but it's somehow not appealing to the younger fan base. Where when I thought they got on TV, I thought, no, they're gonna connect with the younger fan base, and they didn't. So that is my concern with Paul Levesque. But you know, I think he'll be the guy in charge of creative on the main roster. Hopefully sooner than later.